And we are back for Thunder around the 8th of October, I think. Halloween Havoc coming up in just over a week, not long at all to go. So we've got a few new feuds starting. They're going to continue tonight. Perfect Event, Jindrak O'Hare are still feuding. And it could actually be a match to save for Halloween Havoc, depending on the time we have, or we may want to add a couple more teams in there. We'll see anyway. Norman Smiley is going to beat Brian Knobbs and Meng in a three-way hardcore match. Something new as well today. We have got the Cruiserweight tag titles, which was introduced in real life, and I thought now is a time in October 2001 to reintroduce them. So there's going to be a four-way. It's going to be Air Raid winning an elimination match against Courageous and Noble for Young Dragons, and lastly, Skipper and Romeo. We have got, sorry, I didn't introduce the opener. For Marmalukes with Big Vito's new gimmick, are going to beat the Boogie Nights. Back here, Goldberg Jarrett. That's an angle to keep their feud going. So Jeff Jarrett made an attempt to strip Goldberg of his title in his match against Sting on Nitro. He failed, and now Goldberg has called him out tonight, and Jarrett doesn't respond, basically. So let's see how that goes. For Wall versus for Cat is over, and it's a false count anywhere. For Wall is remaining for TV champion, and that has finished. So for Wall, remains TV champ. Interview with Nash, who's feuding with Hogan. Sid Vicious called out Rey Mysterio on Nitro, and they're having a match tonight, which Sid is going to win cleanly. And here's a turn angle. Dustin Rhodes is going to turn heel. So I'm hoping I don't regret that. And he's going to turn heel in an angle where Sting is involved as well. And that should start off their feud nicely. And in the main event, Scott Steiner is going to beat Mike Awesome. Now, I did want to put these two in a feud, but Scott Steiner felt that Mike Awesome was below him. So that's why they're not. A very good opener. Big Vito, his new gimmick got a positive response, 75%, 83% match quality. Very successful match. Very pleased with that. One of our better openers over for the past few months at least. Palumbo gained overness from this. Another interview segment with the two tag teams. Smiley, Knobbs and Meng didn't do too well. Didn't expect it to. Kurt Hennig backstage. That's an interview continuing his feud with Lance Storm, who cut a promo on Hennig on Nitro, and it's going to be for the US title, although they've not actually faced each other yet. But I think it will be a good match when they finally get it on together. So there'll be a good build up for that. I think this is a good addition, as well as the Cruiserweight title. I'd like to have at Halloween Havoc for Cruiserweight tag titles as well, because the Cruiserweight matches always get the better ratings. So it makes more sense to have another Cruiserweight match on the pay-per-view card. And as you can see, four-way tag match, 77% overall. I think that's been very successful. Jarrett lost overness from this, so Goldberg's in the ring. He calls out Jeff Jarrett. No response. Goldberg walks off backstage to find him. That starts off their feud nicely. For Cat and for Wall, good rating. Wall and Cat both gained overness from this feud ending. Chokeslam is what finishes it off. Kevin Nash, good interview segment there, 78%. To be honest, probably a bit better than I thought it would do. Although Mysterio was sluggish, Sid beats him down afterwards, so I'm sure it'll do Sid some good, that victory. Okay, 78%, that's decent. Would have liked better, but let's have a look. He lost overness from the segment, but he gained overness from the heel turn. So let's see. Dustin Rhodes is in the ring. He calls for Sting to come out, and he does, looking confused. Dustin Rhodes explains that all the bad things that have been happening to Sting recently have all been masterminded by one person, him. Sting runs down to attack, but Rhodes leaves quickly through the crowd to a waiting car and escapes. Now it's a new sort of segment, and you can sort of use your imagination as to what happens. Sting's bad luck over the past few months, that's why his morale has gone down. He's lost his title against Goldberg, and somehow Dustin Rhodes has masterminded it all, much to the surprise of the fans. Main event, and that's why I wanted to put them in a feud, put on good matches, two big powerhouses. I thought it'd put Mike Awesome over as well. And there we go. Scott Steiner wins that to a very good match rating, and 69%. I would have thought it'd get better than that, but not a bad show at all. 4.34, about average for Thunder, I'd say. A wall like that. Johnny for Bull and Big Vito. Unhappy Workers, Lance Storm, Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio back down to none. Goldberg, Buff Bagwell. Dustin Rhodes' gimmick is killing his heat. Yeah, we are going to have to change his gimmick, aren't we? Because he's turned heel. So he's not an old school face, obviously. Let's make him an old school heel. That would make the most sense. So let's have a look at what else the writing staff have to say. Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis will sort out what to do with them. Maybe they can make their appearance on Monday Nitro. That'd be cool. Okay. Where is it says to click on my name, doesn't it, to see my shortlist? An Undertaker. But how do I offer him a contract? Is it... Maybe it's not due at the minute. Anyway, successful show, not bad. And let's have a little last look. Okay, I'm going to keep them off for a bit because I think these two, I want to work it so that these two end their feud at Halloween Havoc. I think that would fit in nicely. So, yeah, we will finish the video here. We've got 4 good feuds going on here. We've got another one that's been going on a long time. We've got 3 new slots, so I will get back to you next episode and see what feud slots, what feuds are going to be taking place.